Hey Jen, congratulations on your listing. So I am reviewing it right now, and there's just a couple things that I want to go over so that it's done correctly, and then I can also use this as an opportunity to train anybody else that's getting a listing. So that's one of the reasons that I'm doing this. So here's the listing agreement. Right now, this is 2021. This is the right agreement. A couple things that I've noticed. This is correct. The license number, I believe, is yours. So your number, this number right here, should be down here, and this number up here should be 0194. I'll do a quick spot check. So CADRE license lookup. Let's see. 01994. That's our number. 01994 4594 is the number that should be there. No, I'm wrong. Forgive me for that. Let me give you the right number. The correct number is 01945994. I'm not sure what I said, but 01945994. That is the correct license number. So let's go back to that email. So your number right here, I think this one's yours, goes here, and then the license number up here goes there. Okay, and technically it should be Real Estate Heaven International, not South Pass. But it's not a big deal. If you put Real Estate Heaven with the right license number right here, move this down here and put our license number there. And again, our license number is 0194 5994. Okay, we scroll down. Now, real quick, just to go over this. So, if someone asks you, what is the disclosure regarding real estate agency relationship? Well, that's basically the form that is designating you as their agent. That is you disclosing and them acknowledging and accepting the fact that you are their agent, right? And the relationship and the fiduciary relationship that you hold for them. In other states, including our own, but in a lot of other states, now that I'm taking my broker's license in other states, it is an absolute requirement that you get this form filled out before you start to do anything with them and before you start working with them, especially buyers. Fair housing and discrimination advisory, this I think we can all agree on. We all have pretty good understanding of what that means. And basically, you're not going to discriminate, and the seller cannot discriminate either. It has to acknowledge that, so she would sign that. Possible representation of more than one buyer or seller disclosure. So if a client asks me, what does this form mean, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what this form basically means is that at any given moment, I, as a real estate agent, I, as a real estate broker, could potentially be representing more than one party at the same time. That also means there's a chance that if I work hard enough and I do my job right, I may even be able to bring a buyer myself to this transaction. Now, some states don't allow that. California does. In California, you can be a dual agent. In other states, you can't. Okay. She signs that. Again, same deal here. We need a slight correction, and then the DRE number is a little. This needs to be down here, and then the 0194 number needs to be up there. Wire fraud and electronic funds transfer advisory. Okay, so wire fraud and e-fraud is very, very common now, so they need to protect themselves against it. If we are going to wire the seller's proceeds, then we are going to call to confirm prior to making that wire. They can't just email us their wiring instructions and expect us to do the wire. We want to make sure that we call them and actually confirm it, and this is an advisory of all that. Residential listing agreement, here's today's date. The date, September 9th, that's good. Address. You do need the APN number, so if you want to look that up, you can probably do it this way. Control-C, Control-C, Control-C. Let's hope that it copies. Then you type it in, and then you can use Zillow, right, to look that stuff up. So you look it up on Zillow. And then you come down to home details, and I believe you're gonna find it under a APN or Cecil. You have to click see more facts or features or it won't show up. There's the parcel number, 571-800-5056. Make sure that is in the form. That needs to be there. Okay, so just put that in there. Assessor's parcel. Everything else okay, 1,050,000. 4.5%, no problem. I am going to suggest that right here, if within calendar days, okay, I want 180 days. Now, what does that 180 days mean? What that basically means is that if you bring a buyer to the table and then the seller doesn't sell it to that buyer, but within the next 180 days, that buyer comes back and buys the property, you are what is called the procuring cause, and you are still entitled to your commission. Why do I suggest putting that in there? And I'm not suggesting that Maria is going to do this to you. I'm just using this as an opportunity to teach for everybody. I've had it happen, and one of our agents in particular, his name is Felix. We were selling a fast food restaurant over in East LA. I'm not going to say the name. It starts with T, it ends with M, and it rhymes with ROMS. And they had it up for sale over in East LA. We brought a buyer. She didn't sell it to the buyer. Then, a few months later, after the listing period ended, we find out that they did a private sale. Okay, and that is not kosher. So that is the reason that you are saying within the next 180 calendar days, which is 6 months, if you sell it to a buyer that I procured, right, that came as a result of my hard work, I'm entitled to a commission. You're going to be giving 2.25%. Okay, on the that's good. Seller pays broker none. That's fine. You can put none here. Nothing else there. Additional items excluded. Okay, this is good. This is good. West San Gabriel Valley. Okay, you understand all this about the MLS needs to be on there. There are a couple things that I do want to include that we do have within our company as fees. We have a $295 processing fee and a $495 TC fee. It's important that we let them know. Now, these are all fees that are charged or billed through escrow. So we have a processing fee and we have a TC fee. TC fee goes to handle the transaction, right? So we have a Bonnie, who's our transaction coordinator, and she's going to walk us all through the entire process. But the other reason we have a processing fee is because we use tools like HubSpot, okay? And that's how we monitor the transaction. And then we also use a fee called Qualia. Now, Qualia is how we handle our escrows, and it is an entirely cloud-based transactional platform, and that is how the client is going to be able to access everything in real time too. So those are part of the fees. So somewhere here this needs to be there. I'll give you the language so that you could add it, but the language that I typically add on here is in additional terms, and I simply put something along the lines of seller to pay $295 processing fee made payable to REH Real Estate only upon a successful close of escrow. 2, seller to approve the $495 TC fee addendum. Okay. Now, where can you find these forms? If you go to docs.rehcorp.com, these two forms are one form now. I condensed it, will pop up. So here's our 2021 affiliated our transaction fee disclosure, and it also goes into the $295 processing fee, and is only collected upon a successful close of escrow. The fee covers the cost of providing and maintaining an efficient paperless electronic environment. REH employs and uses online tools, including but not limited to DocuSign, HubSpot, and now Qualia. Okay, that is a tool that we use, and if you don't know about it, you will be getting emails, but this is our escrow platform that is used, okay? Which is really, really cool. Anyway, so I would use that language. I will copy and send this language to you so you can do it. Get the seller to sign it. You also need to sign our REH affiliated business addendum. Again, that address is docs.rehcorp.com. Our affiliated business addendum just lets them know who we are affiliated with, including the escrow company, our real estate school, and the mortgage division, and all of that other stuff. Okay? So this doesn't cost them anything. This is just an affiliation disclosure. Let's see, where are we now? Okay, so all this stuff is general information that talks about the MLS, photographs, internet, lockbox. I would suggest that you put a super lockbox on there. And it's also important that we talk to the clients and we let them know that, look, we are going to try to be there for as many showings as possible, but there are going to be times where we are not going to be at every showing. And more importantly, some agents don't want us to be at every showing. Some agents don't want us to be there following behind them and their clients, and more importantly, they don't even want us interacting with their clients. So that's the reason we have a super lockbox, so that other agents who have super keys can get into the property. Key safe lockbox. This is all good. She signs there. Again, just the license is off. This license number should be here, and then the other one should be up there. Seller advisory. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, please be advised that we have to disclose everything that we know about the property, the good, the bad, the ugly. That's one thing. I'm going to be your first line of defense, so anything that's not working, you might as well tell me now, because we're going to need to learn how to deal with it, and we're going to need to learn how to disclose this. That's one thing. The second thing is, if you have anything of luxury, anything of value that you really, really treasure, please do not leave it in the house. Guns, don't leave it in the house. Heirlooms, jewelry, whatever. I want us to put it in a safety deposit box, or I want us to put it somewhere where it can be held safe in the property, that can be hidden, or even, like I said, in a safety deposit box. So these are all things that they need to know about. They need to disclose. They need to disclose death, right? If someone has passed away on the property. And there are some rules here about that death disclosure. Please read that, because that changes a lot. Market. Okay, we already talked about that. California Consumer Privacy Act. They can read that on their own. Her approval and date. So that is roughly what is needed. So all these forms plus these two forms right here, docs.rehcorp.com, and that one statement regarding the affiliated. Not affiliate, but regarding the 2 fees that we have within the company. All right, so good luck. Get that property listed, get it sold.